I didn't plan to save her that day, but fate had other ideas. The sky over Virex 9 was burning neon blue when the order came through my helmet. Echo 3, fall back to the dropship. All life signs in Sector Red are tagged as non-essential. Repeat, non-essential. Static hissed, then my commander's cold voice cut through it. Sergeant Kane, did you copy? I heard you, sir, I said, breathing hard. The visor showed my heart rate spiking in red. Non-essential. Down below, the battlefield glowed like a broken circuit board. Crashed ships, burning mechs, shattered drones. Every explosion painted the night in purple and teal. The air smelled like melted metal and ozone. I stepped over a dead warbot and paused behind a chunk of fallen hull. My HUD flickered with a faint blinking dot. One last life sign in this whole ruined sector. Sector Red. Non-essential. Command, I said quietly. I've got a weak life sign 80 meters ahead. Could be one of ours. My commander sighed. I could almost see him rubbing his temples in the safe, clean ship above the clouds. Negative, Echo 3. All humans in that zone are confirmed Kia. It's alien. We don't have resources for enemy casualties. Fall. Back. The dot on my visor flickered again. Fading. Sir, I tried. It's close. I can at least confirm. Kane. His voice turned sharp. We are not a charity. You have 3 minutes to be on that ramp or you're staying with the ghosts. Understood. I swallowed. Understood. The comm clicked off. For a second, I just stood there, listening to the distant thunder of artillery. Neon tracers arced across the sky like angry shooting stars. The ground shuddered beneath my boots. I should have turned around. Instead, I whispered, 3 minutes is a long time, and sprinted toward the blinking dot. Metal shards crunched under my boots. Flames licked at twisted carbon ribs of some alien tank. A broken drone tried to lift itself with one smoking thruster, failed, and collapsed back into the rubble. The life sign was close now. 20 meters. 10. I slid down into a crater, boots skidding. At the bottom, half covered by the cracked wing of a gunship, I saw her. For a moment, I forgot how to breathe. She was lying on her side in the ash, armor shattered open like broken glass. Soft bioluminescent patterns glowed weakly on her blue skin, fading in and out like dying embers. Her hair, long, silver, and threaded with faint neon strands, spread around her head like a halo, now stained with dark violet blood. A thin hollow crown, cracked in two, lay near her hand. Shit, I whispered. You've got to be kidding me. Her eyes snapped open, bright, gold and glowing, like twin suns behind a storm. Her voice came out as a rasp. Don't move. I still have enough strength to kill you, human. I lifted both hands, palm out. Yeah? Well, lucky for me, I'm not here to fight. She tried to push herself up, but her arm gave out, and she collapsed with a strangled sound. I saw the sharp metal shard lodged deep in her side, right between glowing armor plates. Don't touch me, she hissed as I stepped closer. Look, I said, dropping to one knee. We're both having a terrible day. You're bleeding out. My ride leaves in 2 minutes. You want to die here because your pride's bigger than your brain, or you want to live long enough to argue with me later? Her eyes narrowed. You're mocking royalty. I blinked. Royalty? She tilted her chin toward the broken crown. I am Princess Saelira of the Lyrien 13. Don't pretend that means nothing to you. Oh, it means something, I muttered. It means if my commander finds out I dragged the enemy princess onto our ship, I'm dead before you are. Her lips curled in a weak smirk. Then walk away, human. Save yourself. I stared at the shard in her side. My HUD flashed warnings. Unknown biochemistry. Heavy internal damage. Blood loss critical. Yeah, I said softly. I could walk away. Our radio channel crackled. Echo 3, final call. 30 seconds to departure. Get on board. Now. Saelira washed my face, her glowing eyes steady. Well, she whispered, will you listen to your leaders or your heart? My chest tightened. I remembered the kids we pulled from the rubble on Kest Prime. I remembered my squad dying because Command had called us acceptable losses. I remembered the line they always used on the reports, non-essential. I clenched my jaw. Screw it. I slung my rifle, grabbed the shard in her side, and met her gaze. This is gonna hurt. If you pull that out, I could die instantly, she said. If I leave it, you die slowly. Get mad at me later. Right now, count to 3. I don't trust. 1. Her eyes widened. Wait. 2. You reckless ape. 3. I pulled. She screamed, light exploding from her wound, bright cyan spraying onto my gloves. My visor flashed with white noise. For a second, everything was just sound. Her voice, the crackle of fire, my own panicked breathing. I dropped the shard and pressed seal foam from my medkit into the wound. The foam hissed, glowing faint teal as it adjusted to her alien tissue. Her fingers clawed at my armor. You idiot, she gasped. Yeah, I get that a lot. Overhead, I heard the dropship engines rising. Echo 3, you are OFF roster. Command snapped into my ear. You disobeyed a direct order. This sector goes nuclear in 2 minutes. You're on your own. The line cut. Saelira's eyes fluttered. You just chose me over your own people? I chose not leaving someone to die like trash in a hole, I said. Royalty or not. I slid my arms under her and lifted. She was lighter than she looked, but her armor bit into my shoulders. Don't, she whispered. Your people will kill you for this. Probably. I grunted, starting up the crater. So do me a favor and don't die. Makes the trouble worth it. Her head rested against my chest plate. After a long moment, she whispered, voice weak but clear. You humans are insane. Yeah, I said. That's the rumor. The sky screamed. As I climbed out of the crater, a blast wave hit, rippling purple shock across the clouds. One of the orbital cannons fired, sending a lance of neon energy down to a distant ridge. The ground shook. My visor warned of incoming atmospheric disturbance. Great, I muttered. They've started cleansing. Saelira stirred in my arms. Cleansing? Your side calls it purifying the battlefield, right? I said bitterly. We call it nuking everything that moves. Ahead, a broken highway stretched through the ruins, glowing from scattered fires and flickering hollow billboards. Half of a huge alien statue lay across it. Face down, its eyes still glowing faintly. Where? She whispered. Where are you taking me? Nearest shielded bunker, I said. My armor's maps show one about 2 clicks east. Long walk, short time. 2 human kilometers? She closed her eyes. You won't make it, even with your strange stubbornness. You talk a lot for someone almost dead. I'm not. Almost dead, she protested quietly. Lyrien royalty does not die from one wound. Good. Then you can complain the whole way and prove it. She gave a broken laugh that turned into a cough. Blue light dripped from her fingers onto my chest plate. Kane, she said suddenly. I blinked. What? I heard your commander. He said your name. Yeah, I said. Sergeant Liam Kane. Try not to curse it when you wake up. Her hand weakly grabbed my armor strap. Liam, if I die here, my people will never know there was one human who stayed. I felt something twist inside me. Then don't die here, I said roughly. I'm not carrying you just for a sad ending. We reached the edge of the ruined city as the first shockwave rolled through. The horizon turned white for a second, then purple, then dark. A mushroom of neon energy climbed above the far ridgeline. My HUD screamed about radiation spikes and kinetic shock. I ducked behind a collapsed building as debris rained down, shielding Saelira with my body. She hissed, Your own people are burning this world. Yours would have done the same, I said, teeth clenched. Dust felt like glowing snow. We're very good at killing each other. It's our favorite hobby. Her hand tightened on my chest. And yet, you saved me. Yeah, well. I shrugged. I have bad hobbies too.
When the shaking eased, I checked the map again. The bunker icon flashed ahead. Almost there. That bunker, she whispered, is human or Lyrien? Joint relief station, I said. Neutral ground. Medical tech from both sides. So, if they see me, depends who's on duty, I admitted. But at least no one will be dropping bombs inside the bunker. Probably. I should be afraid, she said softly. But for some reason, I'm not. I'd say that's my winning personality. You are infuriating. That's what my last girlfriend said. She made a sound that could have been a laugh or a cry. The bunker entrance was half buried under collapsed hollow signs and shattered glass. A huge metal door sat angled in the rubble, neon warning text still glowing faint red. Emergency shelter. Authorized personnel only. Yeah, I'm sure they meant please kick me open, I muttered.
I laid Saelira gently against a chunk of wall. Don't move. She stared at me. Where would I go? Fair point. I stepped to the door, braced my leg, and hit the emergency panel. A cracked hollow flashed. System offline. Of course, I said. Using my rifle as a lever, I pried at the edges. Metal groaned. Sparks flew. My muscles screamed.
Behind me, Saelira watched silently, her eyes glowing faintly brighter. Why do you try so hard? She finally asked. You could hide with me in some crater and wait for death. It would be easier. Easier isn't better, I said through gritted teeth. Besides, I'm not a fan of dying. You risked death when you pulled the shard. You risked death when you disobeyed your commander. You risked death now to open a door. I shoved, teeth bared. The door shifted an inch. That's kind of the definition of saving someone, princess. I was your enemy, she said. The door moved another inch. Everyone's an enemy, I said, until you decide not to let them die. With a final roar, I forced the door wide enough to squeeze through. I turned back, panting. She was staring at me like she had never seen anything like me in her life. What? I asked. She whispered, now I understand why my father feared your species. What? Because we're strong. No, she said, because you're impossible to predict. Inside, the bunker was lit with low, humming blue strips along the floor. Dust danced in the beams. Holographic signs flickered in two languages, Terran Basic and Lyricon. I carried Saelira down the corridor. The air was cooler here, less burned, smelling faintly of disinfectant instead of ash. Feels like a tomb, I muttered. Better a tomb than the surface, she said weakly. We entered the main chamber. It was big, like an underground train station. Rows of empty med beds, dark consoles, emergency lighting. No people. Great, I said. Everyone evacuated. I set her on a bed. The mattress hissed as it registered weight. A hollow screen blinked to life, reading her vitals in glitchy alien scripts mixed with human letters. Unknown species detected. The system droned. Emergency protocol. Open library. Dozens of alien anatomy diagrams flashed before me. Lyrien profiles scrolled by. My helmet translated what it could. Okay, princess, I said, scanning the data. Looks like the foam slowed the bleeding, but you still have internal damage. If I hook you up to this thing, you are not a healer, she said. Funny thing, I replied. War makes everyone a healer or a corpse.
I grabbed a pack of auto-injectors from the wall. Holographic labels floated above them in blue. Stabilizer, pain block, Regan boost. Perfect. Her eyes widened as I loaded the injector. You don't even know how these interact with my blood. I read fast, I said, and I improvise. That is not comforting. Good. Fear keeps the heart beating.
She stared at me. You joke about death like it is water. If I take it too seriously, I freeze, I said softly. Hold still. I pressed the injector to her neck. It hissed, glowing green. Her body jolted, then relaxed, breath deepening. Color returned to her bioluminescent patterns. They shimmered softly across her skin like moving tattoos. She exhaled slowly. I feel lighter. That's either the pain block or you dying, I said. But your vitals look better, so I'm gonna call it a win. She actually smiled. You saved me, she whispered. Twice. Don't get used to it, I said, trying to smile back. I charged by the miracle. She reached out and grabbed my wrist. Liam, her fingers were warm now. I was taught that humans are monsters, that you are walking disasters who bring ruin wherever you go. Accurate, I said, but they never told us, she went on, voice trembling, that you would risk everything to save an enemy princess no one ordered you to save. I looked away. They also taught me humans only care about themselves, she said. But you cared about me when you could have lived safely in your ship. That ship doesn't feel safe, I said quietly. If I know I walked away from someone who needed help. She studied my face. You're different, she said. We're all like this, I replied. We just hide it better. Her eyes shone more brightly now, no longer dim. No, she whispered. This is why humans scare us. Because we help? Because when you decide something is right, she said, you throw your whole soul at it. And nothing in the galaxy can stop a human soul once it is set on fire. The words sank into me like a weight and a gift at the same time. I'll take that as a compliment, I said. It is, she replied. A shrill alarm split the quiet. Warning, unauthorized access detected. I spun toward the entrance, grabbing my rifle. Through the bunker's main door, a red targeting light swept across the corridor. A figure stepped inside, tall, armored in dark chrome with teal highlights, helmet shaped like a smooth oval. A Lyrien war captain. Behind him, two smaller soldiers followed, rifles humming with neon energy. Saelira stiffened. Captain Drave, she whispered. My father's hound. His helmet turned toward her, then toward me. Well, his voice echoed through the speakers. The princess survives, and she brought a pet. He raised his weapon at me. I am back. Saelira tried to sit up. Drave, stand down, she said. He is under my protection. Drave laughed. Forgive me, Highness, but I only take orders from the king. And he ordered a full purge of all humans in this sector. I ordered you to protect me, she snapped. He saved my life. That only proves he's useful as a shield, not a guest, Drave said. Step away from the human, princess. I'll clean up this complication. Her fingers dug into the bed. Liam, she whispered, don't shoot him. If he dies by your hand, my people will never accept what you did for me. And if I don't shoot, he kills me, I muttered. She clenched her jaw. This is the price of war. Someone must choose what dies. Drave took a step forward. You have 5 seconds, human, he said. Drop the weapon and lie face down. If you resist, I'll kill you first and let the princess watch. I swallowed. Rage simmered in my chest. This guy had probably walked past her body on the field and left her there because a wounded princess was less convenient than a dead one. Saelira, I said softly, not taking my eyes off Drave. Did he abandon you on that battlefield? She was silent. Drave's helmet snapped to her. You were beyond saving, he said. My duty was to secure the retreat. One broken princess is better than a destroyed royal line. Your father would understand. Saelira's eyes burned. You left me, she whispered. You left me there to die. For the kingdom, he said. For your own skin, she spat. My grip tightened on the rifle. Here's the difference between us, I said coldly. You look at her and see a burden. I saw her and saw someone worth bleeding for. And that is why humans must be erased, Drave sneered. You bend the rules of the universe with your madness. He raised his weapon. Saelira gasped. Liam, time slowed. I could drop my rifle. Save myself a second longer. Hope he turned his fury on me and forgot her. But that wasn't why I had carried her out of that crater. My body moved before my brain. I threw myself between them, firing as I jumped. My shot hit his chest armor, blasting him back a step. His shot hit mine. Agony exploded through my side. I crashed into the floor, vision going white at the edges. Liam, Saelira screamed. Another shot cracked. One of Drave's soldiers dropped with a hole in his helmet. Blue light burst from Saelira's outstretched hand. Some kind of focused energy, thin as a spear, bright as a star. The second soldier fired at her. The bed's energy field flared, absorbing the hit. I tried to push myself up, but my arms shook. Drave roared something in Lyrien and charged, boots slamming into my chest, pinning me. His rifle aimed straight at my face. I warned you, animal, he hissed. This is what you get for touching our princess. Funny, I coughed, tasting blood. I thought it was what you got for not touching your job. His finger tightened. Saelira's voice tore through the chamber. Drave, stop. Power surged. The lights flickered neon purple. Then everything went quiet, like the air held its breath. The patterns on her skin flared bright, brighter than before, lines of gold and blue racing down her arms. Her eyes glowed white hot. She raised both hands. Get off him. The air around Drave shimmered like heat over metal. He flew backward like a rag doll. smashing into a wall. His rifle clattered across the floor, sliding to my feet. I stared. Saelira's chest heaved. She looked different, taller somehow, even lying down. Radiant. What was that? I panted. She looked at me, eyes still blazing. Royal blood, she said. We are bonded to our people. When I choose someone as mine, the bond answers. You chose me. Her gaze softened. I chose you the moment you lifted me from that crater, Liam Kane. Drave groaned, armor sparking. She pointed at him. Stand down. Captain, she said, voice shaking with fury. Effective this moment, by right of blood and code, I strip you of command. You abandoned your princess. You nearly killed the only human worthy of trust one have ever met. You are done. He struggled to rise. You can't. I can, she cut in. And if you disobey, I will make sure every nerve in your body burns for a century while you breathe through a tube on the edge of a black hole. Do you doubt me? He froze. For a second, the whole bunker was silent. Then he lowered his head. As you command, Highness. He limped over to his remaining soldier, dragged him up, and glanced at me. This human, Saelira said, is under my protection. Any hand raised against him is raised against the crown. Drave's jaw clenched under the helmet. Yes, princess. Leave, she said. Take the wounded. Tell my father his daughter owes her life to a human. Tell him I consider that debt sacred. He said nothing, just turned and limped out, dragging the injured soldier with him. The door hissed shut behind them. My vision swam. I leaned back against the bed, pressing my hand to my side where the energy blast had hit. Warmth spread under my fingers. Saelira slid off the bed, ignoring the warning beeps from the monitors, and stumbled to me. Idiot, she whispered. Why did you jump in front of him? Habit, I said weakly. We humans love dramatic gestures. She knelt beside me and pressed her glowing hands over my wound. A soft, cool light seeped into my armor, into my flesh. The pain dulled. You're healing me, I breathed. Only enough to keep you from passing out, she said. If I give more, it will drain what strength I regained. You don't need to. She leaned closer, her forehead almost touching mine. Stop telling me what I don't need to do, she said softly. You of all people lost that right when you carried me across a burning city. I laughed breathlessly. That's fair. Her eyes searched my face. Liam, she said, voice suddenly small. Why? Really, why did you come back for me when your own commander ordered you to leave? I looked at her, the neon glow tracing her cheekbones, the worry in her golden eyes, the faint tremble in her hands. I was tired, I said. Tired of being told who deserves to live and who doesn't. Tired of watching reports call people waste and non-essential. I swallowed. I saw you lying there, like trash in a crater. And I thought, if I walk away now, I'm not a soldier anymore. I'm just a machine that follows cold voices. And I don't want to be a machine. Her fingers curled around mine. You're not a machine, she whispered. You are chaos with a heart. Is that good? It's terrifying, she said. And beautiful. I felt my chest tighten again, but this time it wasn't from pain. You know this complicates things, I said. Our people are still at war. You're a princess. I'm no one. You're the human who disobeyed death, she said. That makes you someone important to me. Your father's going to love that. He will be furious, she said plainly. He will call you dangerous, unpredictable, a threat. Can't argue with that. But he will also see the truth, she added, that you saved what he loves most. For that, even a king must think twice before ordering your execution. Think twice isn't the same as not do it, I pointed out. She smiled faintly. Then stay close to me, she said. I would like to see him try. Princess bodyguard? I asked. Is that the plan now? You can call it whatever you like, she replied. In my heart, you're something else. The room hummed around us, the bunker's systems slowly rebuilding power. Somewhere far above, the war kept raging. Bombs, lasers, ships tearing holes in the sky. Down here, it was just me and her in the neon blue half-dark. Saelira, I said slowly, what happens after this? She was quiet for a long moment. After this, she said, I will return to my people with a human at my side. Some will call you a pet. Some will call you a threat. Some will demand your death. I will call you my savior. Catchy title, I said. I will also call you something else, she added softly. What's that? She leaned closer, so close I could see faint constellations in her eyes. Proof, she whispered. Proof that humans are not monsters, but miracles in the wrong hands. I smiled, even as my vision blurred at the edges again. You really think we're miracles? I think, she said, that when we write the story of this war, history will remember one thing very clearly. What's that? That when every system, every order, every command said leave her, a human heart said no. Her thumb brushed my cheek, glowing faintly. And that is why humans are special. Not your weapons, not your ships, your hearts. Careful, I murmured. You sound like you're falling for the enemy. She met my gaze without flinching. Maybe I am, she said. A silent alarm blinked on the wall. Incoming transport, Lyrien Royal signal. They're coming for you, I said. They're coming for us, she corrected. They will demand I explain why an enemy soldier is alive in my bunker. I will tell them the truth. That I'm crazy, that you are brave, she said, that you are loyal, that your compassion disobeyed war itself. And if they do not accept that, her eyes hardened, then perhaps the galaxy needs more humans. The chamber lights brightened. Engines rumbled above, distant but growing. I tightened my grip on her hand. Saelira, I said, if they decide I'm too dangerous to live, then they will have to go through me, she interrupted. That might start another war. She smiled, slow and fierce. Then let the next war be about something better than land or resources, she said. Let it be about who deserves to shape the future, those who walk away from the dying, or those who stay. The floor trembled as a docking tunnel connected overhead. Voices echoed down the corridors, speaking fast in Lyrien. Saelira squeezed my hand. Whatever happens next, she said, you will not face it alone. Not anymore. You saved me when the galaxy decided I was non-essential. Her golden eyes burned into mine. To me, Liam Kane, she whispered, you are essential. The door at the far end hissed open. Armored Lyrien guards flooded in, weapons raised, neon insignias glowing on their chests. Behind them, tall and robed in shimmering light, a figure I guessed was the king stepped forward, eyes burning with power and grief. They stopped when they saw us, his wounded daughter glowing softly, and the human soldier leaning against her bed, still holding her hand. No one spoke. I swallowed, my throat dry. Well, I thought, this is how I die. Saelira stood, ignoring the protests of the machines, and stepped between me and their guns. Her voice rang through the chamber, clear and sharp. Lower your weapons, she commanded. The human is under royal protection. All eyes turned to her. In that neon-lit heartbeat, with death and politics pressing in from every side, I realized something. I hadn't just saved an alien princess. We had just started something that might change everything. War, peace, hate, love. Maybe we'd live. Maybe we wouldn't. But whatever the galaxy decided, I knew one thing for sure. I didn't regret disobeying that order. Not for a second. And somewhere in the neon glow, as weapons slowly lowered or stayed aimed, our story truly began.